Oh, hey guys, it's Alan at Boston Fan. And today I wanted to do a quick show off of some cards I picked up over the last couple months and give a particular shout out to Tops 85401 here, who is a huge Giants fan. A lot of the cards, or five of the cards that I picked up are Giants cards, so I figured I'd lump them all into one video. Cool cards that I picked up for my PC. I'm not necessarily a Giants fan, but they're all cool cards, and I, wanted them for my PC, so I'm going to show them off. And I guess I'll just do the order that I picked them up in. So the first one I picked up, and this is going back months because I'm not great at showing mail day videos, is the Orlando Cepeda 58 Topps card. And I think I got an extremely beautiful example of that in the Baby Bull. It's an iconic 58 card, best rookie in the set. I think maybe Maris too. And what I was looking for a Cepeda was no snow. These bold colored borders in 58 are very prone to the snow, I've seen. And so the biggest thing that I wanted out of it was a clean background. And this one is just bold. It looks brand new. The corners are fairly sharp, which is a nice addition to it. And, some people might be very bothered by the centering. I'm not. I think this is a beautiful example. And again, if I can get it cheaper because it's not centered and some people don't like it, then more power to me. But the one thing that I wanted out of this was a very clean red, and you can see the red is just nice. There's no snowing, there's no rubbing off. This is a very pristine kind of card. Looks almost new. I've got the one touch obviously, and then the sleeve over it. So there's that. Then next I picked up for a fantastic price. I paid $30 for this. It is the 1951 Topps Redback Monte Irvin rookie card. So I was able to pick that up super cheap. It looks really beautiful on the front, almost brand new. And the reason why it was so low is when they tore the card off, they came in two cards perforated there, and they lost a little bit of paper. Otherwise, again, the back is brand new. It looks amazing. I love the look of this card. I love the New York Giants logo. And I'm just really stoked to add Hall of Fame rookie card 1951 for $30 or $35. Sorry, my kids are in the background being loud. But that's what it's like when you are by yourself parenting and trying to do videos to clean it up, to pack up for your renovation. All right, so then next I picked up on Reddit. Not a high dollar card, but a really cool card. This is a 2019, I think it's Update Legends short print. Willie Mays, they wanted like $3 or $4 for it. I jumped on it. I thought that was a great price. And the image is just spectacular. So you got Willie Mays crossing the plate, second Hall of Famer Monte Irvin, number 20, shaking his hand, and then number 39 of the Dodgers, Roy Campanella, standing behind home plate, being like, oh man, looks like a home run. I believe that's Don Miller. I don't remember exactly, but just I thought this was a fantastic photo. I love these Legends cards. Shout out to Shane at Shoebox Legends, who is also a big proponent of these cards. So when that popped up, it was an easy $3 or $4 buy, shipped. I think it was $3 plus $1 shipping. And just, this will go in my post-playing days Hall of Famer collection. The image is amazing, and so glad to add that. And the last two are the most recent pickups. We can go back to near the turn of the century. I picked up two tobacco cards, a T205, T206. The T205 is of Fred Merkle, that of Merkle's Boner fame. So, I'm picking up a Red Sox collection of tobacco cards, and the bottom row of my display case, I also wanted to include other significant players of the time that weren't quite Hall of Famers I could get a good deal on. So I was able to find this for $30 online, which I think is a steal. Overall, the condition of this is just super nice. A little bit of tape on the back. Of course, Fred Merkle is the one who didn't finish running to first base on a single. A lot of thoughts about what happened next, where the Cubs grabbed a ball or the ball and tapped first base to force him out, which negated the run that came home to win the game. The 1908 season, this happened in 1908, ended up a tie, and then in a one-game playoff, the Cubs won that game and then won the pennant in the World Series. The Giants got ripped. Not McCarthy, but the Giants thought they got ripped off, and he went down in history as Merkel's boner. He hated it, of course, and probably unfair. He was a rookie at the time, and that rule hadn't always been enforced. But the umpires had kind of been tipped off to it a few weeks earlier, so they were looking out for it, and they had read up on the rule, and that history happened. So wanted to add him. He's an important part of early baseball history. And then I also added this T206 Fred Tenney card. It's him on the Giants. He played on the Giants at the end of his career. It's an original printing, 150 subject, Piedmont back. And he played a lot of his career in Boston for the National League team, the Bean Eaters, later the Braves. I think at one point they were called the Doves. He put together a really strong career, 2,600 hits in his career, I think. He's that kind of player that's just under the Hall of Fame standards, but also a very good player. I also found it really interesting, and why I really wanted this card, is that when I think he was still with the Boston team, but 1905, 1906, 1907, somewhere in there, he tried to integrate baseball. He tried to sign a black player, and I can't remember the name now, but you can find it on Wikipedia, and was set to sign a black outfielder. And the rest of the owners or the rest of the coaches or the rest of the league basically vetoed it and said, nope, can't do that. And that's basically what ended integration and set that gentleman's agreement that they would not sign black players. But Fred Tenney was ready to integrate Major League Baseball in the first decade of the 1900s by signing a black outfield to play for his team as he was player manager. And I just think it's really cool. It's a little piece of history that's kind of lost, is that, Fred Tenney, numbers just under the Hall of Fame, I think 40 or so, 46 WAR. But he also played that important part. He tried to integrate it. And so it's a beautiful portrait card. You got the nice New York on the front, nice back. I got this for $35. I mean, when you get, I paid $65 for these two. When you get offered those prices, and if you're not crazy about condition, like this is, I think, appropriately conditioned. It's a steal. It feels like you're stealing cards. So, amazing to add that. I'm going to clean that up somewhere. I'll just hold it. So these are the Giants cards I picked up recently. Again, not a huge Giants fan, but they hold a big place in baseball history, and they've had a lot of great players. So very glad to add those to my collection. Each of these has their own spot, Hall of Fame rookie cards. Hopefully the bottom row of the tobacco era display that I hope to put together with the 3 rows of Red Sox history on top, bottom row, other baseball history, non-Hall of Famers, because those are expensive and I'm not ready to pay for them. This will go in my Willie Mays post-playing day set. So thanks for watching. Hope you got a little bit of info. Keep searching for those deals because, again, $30 for the Monte Irving. I think I paid $50 something for the Cepeda because it was off center, I'm guessing, which is ridiculously low to me for such a clean card. Tobacco cards, amazing history. They're beautiful. You feel like you're holding little pieces of art, little pieces of history in your hand. And if you search for them, you can get amazing prices. And then I just love the legends. Collect them if you want. Don't if you don't want them. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my recent pickups. I'll talk to you again soon. Have a fun collecting. Adios, amigos.